Hello everyone, welcome back my channel.
Millie Bobby Brown and John Bon Jovi's son followed parents' lead by marrying young, planning for lots of kids. Millie Bobby Brown knew once she and Jake Bon Jovi were on the same page with politics and how they would raise children that she would marry him. On the most recent Call Her Daddy podcast episode, Brown told host Alex Cooper about her marriage with John Bon Jovi's son. She and Bon Jovi tied the knot last year. "We've been together for 4 years. When we moved in together we had dogs together and we were taking care of our animals and we started living this day-to-day life. I thought, oh, I really don't think I could ever see you as anything else. I don't want to be with anyone else ever again. I don't want to date, I don't want to meet anyone, I want you," Brown said during the podcast. "When we started talking about politics and how we want to raise our kids, we started talking about really, really big things that I've never spoken about, and I'm already very young, so I've never spoken about that with boys anyway. But to be able to even think about those things, I was like, maybe I do want to be with him forever." I didn't know if he felt that way. We talked about marriage, but I didn't really know when it was going to be. When he proposed, it made sense. Everything aligned. After announcing their engagement in April 2023, Brown and Bon Jovi tied the knot in May 2024. Brown was 20 at the time and Bon Jovi was 22, which sparked a lot of controversy. The Stranger Things star told Cooper that her parents married young, as did Bon Jovi's parents, so it wasn't out of the ordinary for them. "We had really great role models growing up, so we didn't see anything different. We didn't get jaded by all the other stuff," she said. During her Call Her Daddy podcast appearance, Brown recalled her big day and her attempt to not be a bridezilla, despite wanting everything to be perfect. "I didn't stress, I'm just a planner. I wasn't yelling at people, I'm not bridezilla. But I knew every second of that schedule," she said. Since Brown was very conscious of everyone else's schedules for her wedding, she ended up throwing herself off prior to walking down the aisle. "So I had a really big wedding party and I knew that right before I would go, okay, you guys go. And I knew the second that the song would go right, so I'd go, you guys go, you guys go. Like I was ready because they were walking down the aisle. And I had forgotten to put my veil on. I'd forgotten all," Brown said. "So by the time that everybody went, OS, and my dad went, Millie, it's your turn. And I was like, it's my time. And I put my veil on. I was like, oh my God, now I've got to cue myself." Once Brown got through the ceremony, she was able to let her guard down and enjoy the night. "I will say, as much as I did control every factor of it, I remember everything about the ceremony, the vows. I remember the feeling not caring," she said. Once she and Bon Jovi were on their honeymoon, he informed Brown that she was going to have a come-down after all the wedding festivities. Brown told Cooper that she did have a come-down because her wedding felt like lightning in a bottle. Now over a year into their marriage, Bon Jovi and Brown live on a farm in Georgia with 25 barn animals and 10 dogs that stay inside their home and 23 that stay in an outdoor rescue building. Brown told Cooper that her husband finally had to have a conversation with her and told her no more to all of her farm animals. Brown's venture to Georgia began while filming Stranger Things in Atlanta. Her parents were adamant about sheltering her from Los Angeles and insisted she find a permanent residence in the Peach State. The actress ended up purchasing her farm across the street from her parents' home. Brown has discussed being accused of buying a farm to jump onto the trend of being a trad wife influencer, which is a shortened version of a traditional wife. Trad wives are a subculture of women who believe in clear gender roles and show other women their homemaker lifestyles on social media, which often involves living on a homestead and making food from scratch. During the podcast appearance, Brown told Cooper that it's understandable why people would view her as a trad wife, but she doesn't completely agree with their take. "I get it, like I understand why they would say that. I have chickens, I get the eggs, I know what it looks like from afar. I did get married young. It's all really veering in that direction, except I love my job. I love being untraditional and unconventional in so many ways of my life. I just love being on a farm and Jake does too, so that would then make him a trad husband. I don't know," Brown said. The actress explained that she cooks dinner for her husband every night, but refuses to go grocery shopping. That is a task for Bon Jovi. During a recent appearance on the Smartless,